A pineapple eating a baguette. It began on a Tuesday, a dangerous day historically for fruit. In the window of a sleepy Parisian bakery between croissants and eclairs and an unsettlingly dusty pan au chocolat, there sat a pineapple. A perfectly ordinary pineapple, except for one extraordinary fact. It was eating a baguette. Not balancing on it, not wearing it as a hat, actually eating it, chomping bite after bite with tiny wooden teeth that had popped out from between its spiky leaves. People crowded around the bakery window. "Maman," whispered a small child, "why is that fruit eating the bread?" "Shh," said her mother, "if you don't look at it, maybe it will go away." But the pineapple did not go away. It crunched, it chewed, it swallowed, and it looked very, very pleased with itself. At first, the world thought this was funny. Tourists took photos, influencers posted videos with captions like, "Me on a carb day, lol." The bakery's sales skyrocketed, but scientists grew worried. Because pineapples don't usually eat things. They just sit there. And they certainly don't eat baguettes. Dr. Henri Fromage, the world's leading fruitologist, studied the footage. He pushed up his spectacles and whispered, "My God, if one pineapple can eat bread, what else can it eat?" The answer came sooner than anyone expected. By Wednesday, the pineapple had eaten 17 baguettes. By Thursday, it had devoured the entire pastry shelf, including 2 birthday cakes and an almond tart, and by Friday, it had gobbled up a passing pigeon. The crowd stopped laughing. "This is no longer adorable," said a news anchor gravely. "This is war." The French government acted quickly. They sent in a squad of elite chefs, armed with rolling pins and saucepans. Their mission, subdue the pineapple before it reached the cheese aisle. But when they stormed the bakery, the pineapple was gone. In its place was a message, burnt into the flour-dusted countertop: "More baguettes, or else." The pineapple had escaped into the streets of Paris. It rolled through alleyways, crunching lampposts, chomping traffic cones, gnawing on bicycles. By nightfall, it had doubled in size. Its crown of leaves bristled like a war helmet. Its wooden teeth glowed in the dark. The people trembled. The Eiffel Tower quivered. A pigeon union declared an emergency strike. The world faced its greatest threat: a pineapple with an appetite. That's where 12-year-old Camille Dupont came in. Camille wasn't anyone important, just a school kid who liked comic books, Nutella, and not being eaten by fruit. But she had something no one else had: a clue. Because her grandmother once told her a legend of the ananas vorax, the voracious pineapple, a fruit cursed by ancient bakers, destined to awaken when bread and fruit mixed in unholy union. "Only a true Parisian," her grandmother had said, "with college in their hearts and a baguette in their hand, can stop it." Camille still had no idea what that had meant, but when the monstrous pineapple rolled past her apartment building on a Saturday morning, belching croissant crumbs and roaring like a blender on full power, she grabbed the nearest baguette from the kitchen and ran. The showdown came at dawn, in front of the Eiffel Tower. The pineapple rolled into the Champ de Mars like a spiky tank, its rind scarred, its teeth gleaming like sharpened broom handles. It had grown to the size of a house. Each step it took, chomp, roll, crunch, shook Paris to its bones. The army lined up tanks and jeeps. Helicopters swirled overhead. A general shouted through a megaphone, "Citizens, remain calm. This is only a very large fruit." Moments later, the pineapple bit his megaphone in half. Then it turned its gaze upwards. The The Eiffel Tower shimmered in the dawn light, iron bones proud and tall, and the pineapple roared a dreadful, gurgling blender roar and began to climb. Gasps spread through the crowd. Tourists screamed, pigeons evacuated in tight formation. If the Eiffel Tower fell, Paris would be flattened. Camille Dupont knew that it was now or never. She tightened her grip on her baguette. "Hey, Spiky!" she shouted. The pineapple's leafy crown swiveled, it snarled, crumbs flying. "You want bread?" Camille shouted, raising her baguette high. "Come and get it!" The pineapple lunged. Its massive teeth snapped shut where Camille had been standing a moment earlier. She dodged and struck, and whack! The baguette cracked across its hide. Sparks of dough magic flew. She ducked, jabbed, scrambled across the grass, striking again and again. The pineapple howled and swiped at her with spiky fronds. Its breath smelled of croissants and cars and mild human terror. But still it climbed, inch by inch, wrapping itself around the Eiffel Tower like a monstrous Christmas decoration. Metal shrieked, the tower groaned. Camille thought fast. She remembered her grandmother's words. "Only a true Parisian with courage in their heart and a baguette in their hand can stop it." So she did the bravest thing that she could think of. She sprinted fast, right into the pineapple's mouth. "No!" cried the crowd. Inside it was worse than she had imagined. Hot, juicy, filled with chewed bicycles, hats, and a half-digested scooter. At the very centre pulsed the dough core, glowing like molten bread. Camille raised her baguette to strike, and then she froze. Because there, tangled in vines and seeds, was a person, a boy, about her age. His skin was golden, his eyes glazed, his arms bound in pineapple fibres. He croaked, "Help me, please. I was the baker's apprentice. The pineapple trapped me. I am the pineapple." The crowd outside screamed as the fruit lurched higher, jaws clamping on the tower's first metal platform. Steel crunched like toast. Camille's mind raced. The pineapple wasn't just cursed fruit. It had absorbed a human soul. If she destroyed it, she would destroy him too. The boy whispered, "You must break the curse. With bread." Camille understood. It wasn't about killing. It was about freeing. She lifted her baguette, snapped it in half, and jammed both pieces into the glowing dough core. The pineapple shrieked, a scream of pain and relief all at once. Its rind cracked, the tower trembled. For a moment it looked as though both fruit and landmark would collapse together. Then, with a thunderous belch, the pineapple split apart, showering Paris in a rain of golden juice and breadcrumbs. The Eiffel Tower stood scarred but unbroken. And from the wreckage stumbled Camille, soaked, sticky, clutching the baker's apprentice by the arm. He coughed, spat out a crouton and whispered, "Merci." The city erupted in cheers. Soldiers threw their hats into the air, pigeons returned from exile, a nearby accordion player began to play La Vie en Rose because it felt like the right thing to do. Camille raised her soggy baguette in triumph. "Paris is safe!" The apprentice smiled weakly. "For now." And somewhere in a dark cellar beneath the city, a crate of cantaloupes sniffed, slowly, hungrily. Thank you to Alexander for giving us the title of Pineapple Eating a Baguette. Who would have thought that would have taken us to the most devastating, exhilarating chase high up the Eiffel Tower? And who knows what comes next? A cantaloupe, a strange melon might be waiting to take over. Who knows? Can't wait to see it. Alexander, thank you so much for your idea. If you have any titles that you would love to see turned into stories, send them over to us on the StoryQuest page at funkidslive.com. Got an idea for a story? Tell us the title at funkidslive.com/storyquest and we could bring your story to life. For a new story each week, make sure you hit subscribe or follow so you don't miss a single episode. Also, to get access to over 300 stories, ad-free listening, and early story releases, become a Fun Kids Podcast Plus subscriber. Just sign up at funkidslive.com/plus.